Hello. Hey guys, my name's Isabella. Welcome to my channel. So, if you guys want an anyways, so if you guys want an introductory video, maybe after this one, to find out exactly who I am, what I do, what I plan on doing in this channel, then just go ahead and comment down below and let me know. But for today, we are going to be using a few different things, mainly an eyeshadow palette that I'm super excited about, and the eyeshadow palette is, hold on a second, okay, I'm back. The eyeshadow palette is the Koki Professional Artist Palette in Peachy Queen. They have, I think, 3 palettes, and this is one of them. And this is what the palette looks like. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. The packaging is actually really luxe for it to be drugstore. And if you guys want to see the inside, this is the inside of the palette. Hopefully the camera is focusing on it. But I think this palette is absolutely beautiful. And this is going to be the main star of the show. Of course, I do have other products and stuff to use, so... And a lot of this stuff that I'm going to be using today, besides this palette, are my favorites. So it's stuff that I use every day, so I know exactly how they work out for me. The only variant in this is going to be this guy. So if you guys would like to watch how I do my makeup, and all that other jazz, then just go ahead and keep watching, and we'll go along this ride together. Alright, see you in a few. Alright guys, so first things first is we gotta prime. So what I'm going to be using is my Too Faced Hangover RX. I really love this primer. It's really moisturizing. I've been going through a bit where I've been having dry skin problems, which never used to happen in the beginning. If you guys see me looking down, then that's where my mirror's at. So I don't have a monitor or anything like that. I'm just filming on my Canon camera. If you guys want to know what model it is, then just go ahead and let me know. I don't have like a professional setup at all. I'm literally just filming behind my rocking chair right here, and in front of me I have my patio window with my blinds open so I can get some natural sunlight. So not much of a fancy setup, but we'll work on things. We'll get stuff rolling and everything. But yeah, welcome to my channel, guys. I'm excited. I've been wanting to do this for a while now, and I feel like what better time than now, okay? So I'm gonna kind of let this sink in, and I guess I can kind of talk about my next product. So the foundation that I'm gonna be going into is one that I randomly found at Walmart. I love drugstore. You'll find that out soon. But I really do love drugstore products. I have gotten lucky and I've found a lot of great stuff. So don't hesitate to try stuff from the drugstore, people. It's okay. So the foundation I'm going to be using is this guy right here, and it's by Lala Fox. I randomly saw it one day at Walmart, decided to pick it up, and I fell in love with this foundation. It's so good, you guys. So this is what the bottle looks like, right? Nice simple packaging. I think it looks pretty sleek. It is like a plastic packaging. It's not anything like heavy, but the product inside is magical. I have 2 colors. I have medium almond, which is my normal skin color. My normal skin color. But I am pretty pale right now. I tend to change colors pretty drastically summer, during winter. So I have a lighter color, which is sand beige. And if you guys want a swatch of this too, that way you can kind of compare. This foundation is very thick. Like she's thick. But it doesn't feel thick when it's on the face. So, here are these swatches. I hope you guys can see those. But the darker one is going to be medium almond, and the lighter one is sand beige. Personally, myself, I really like the undertone of these guys. They're not too yellow, they are not too pink, so it's a nice, I would say, true natural shade. So what I like to do is I like to actually mix these two to get my perfect shade right now, just because I'm kind of pale than I normally am. So let me go ahead and do that really quickly, and then I'll come back to actually apply the foundation, okay? Okay guys, so here we are. I went ahead and mixed up the foundation on the top of the lid because I don't like to use the back of my hand. And I need something to mix it on, and I need a mixing palette, so I should probably buy one. But if I have to say, the smell of this foundation, it smells like skincare. It smells so like clean and fresh, but you guys will see exactly how thick and pigmented this stuff is. So I just like to smudge it onto my face like this, and it does have fairly good coverage. I wouldn't say this is like full coverage. It is buildable though, and I love the finish of this. It gives such a nice soft finish to the skin. I'm actually gonna grab a different mirror right now because I can't see squat. I'm pretty blind, you guys, so I'm gonna try and see if I can get a monitor or something of the sort, because I cannot see. I'm blind. I do wear contact lenses, but if you're wondering, these right here, these are my eyeballs. These are my real colored eyes. If anyone's wondering, because I get 1,000 million questions every single day. Are those your real eyes? Yes, yes they are. So now that that's out of the question, let's go ahead and continue on to the makeup, yeah? Shall we? So, I don't know if you guys can tell the difference already in this area, but it literally, the name of the foundation matches exactly what it does. It looks like your second skin. It's beautiful. I absolutely love this foundation. And surprisingly, it holds up very well. Very, very well. I wore this foundation for my sorority sister's wedding. And her wedding was September 1st of last year. And I live in the valley, guys. It's hot as hell here. She ended up doing her wedding in September with the hopes that the weather wouldn't be super, super hot. But guess what, guys? It was hot as balls that day. I can't even begin to tell you guys how freaking hot it was. Like, it was humid. It was humid as hell. And here in the valley, we normally get a lot of heat, but it's not very humid. But that day, not only was it like 100 and something degrees that day, but it was very, very humid. Like, more so than any other day that I've ever experienced in my entire life. And we were all hot as hell. They actually had to push back the ceremony because it was just so hot, and they needed some more shade, and hopefully the weather would have cooled down and all that stuff in the meanwhile. But yeah, so that day, wore this foundation, held up the whole time. I was super impressed, and that's why I'm a diehard fan for this guy. And you can't get it at Walmart anymore. I haven't seen it anymore, so you gotta order it online. But let's go ahead and continue to blend this out. I actually don't really think it needs much more blending. I wish you guys could see how this is sitting on my skin right now, because it truly is a beautiful foundation. Oh, my face brush. This brush, actually, I got it in, it's a Morphe brush. I got this brush in a face complexion set, off of Outlook. I think that's how you say it. But if you guys have never shopped on Outlook, I would totally look into it. They have a lot of great deals sometimes. But But yeah, this is where I got this brush. I'll try and link all the brushes down below, or at least put them in the description box. My hair, this hair right here, it's in my eye. Get out. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you guys, I really, really like this foundation. If you ever have a chance to pick it up and try it out, I would highly, highly suggest it. By the way, sorry if I hold the mirror up to here blocking me. I'm new to this, so I'm gonna try and get my life together and and figure this whole thing out. But yeah, this foundation looks, it's amazing. I really, really love it. It really does look like second skin. It just evens out your complexion, and it does not feel heavy on the face at all. I really like it. I can't begin to say, you know, any bad things about it. So I'm just gonna, I think I'm gonna stop right there, you guys. I don't really want to cover up my face too bad. I don't really have a look in mind. I mean, I kind of do, but I don't. I think I'm gonna do like a really soft, nice peachy, fresh summertime look. So we'll just see how this goes. My babe's calling me. Hold on a second, guys. I'm back. Sorry. So anyways, I'm pretty random when it comes to my routine too. Sorry if the light keeps changing. It's pretty overcast outside right now. I don't know why. It's been hot as hell recently. But I bounce around a lot during my foundation routine or face routine in general. Like, I hardly ever start with my eyes. So if you want to see just the eye look in general, then I'll go ahead and leave a timestamp. But let's go ahead and continue. I just got done blending out my foundation, and I guess we can do concealer now. So the concealer I'm going to be using is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in shade 20 Sand Sable. I believe that's the name of this guy. So I'm going to go ahead and just place my concealer on my face. This one's pretty old. I mean, it's not old, but it's very well loved. I took the stopper out, so my wand looks like shysta right now. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of that underneath my eye. I don't really like to put a lot of concealer under my eye just because I'm kind of wrinkly under there. I'm not as young as you guys think I am. If you guys want to guess my age, go ahead and leave it in the comments down below. But I've always kind of been a little wrinkly under my eyes. It's always kind of been there. Just putting in this under on the high points of my face. But this concealer is an odd one. I used to have issues with this, like, and let me know if you guys experience this as well. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes with this as well. But this concealer used to burn the living shit out of my under eyes, and I don't know what the heck it was, but every time I would go in and try and use this, it would burn my under eyes. I don't know if it was the tube I got or what, but it used to burn like hell. But now it doesn't, and it works great, and I love it. So I am going to just go ahead and blend out some of this. Now, I like to do the method that, and I'm using the same brush, same foundation brush, that Jackie Aina does, if you guys watch her, is I actually leave my concealer on for a little bit longer than normal, underneath my eyes, just because I feel like it does give me a little bit more coverage when I do that. And again, I'm just blending it out with my brush. I used to have a sponge, but I haven't picked one up, guys. It's been a fat minute since I've actually used a brush for my actual under eye area, and I kind of miss it. So I might pick one up soon. If you guys have a good recommendation for sponges, just go ahead and let me know. I've used the Real Techniques one in the past, and I really liked that one. The only thing I did not like about it was that it kept breaking off. Little pieces kept breaking off every time I would go in and wash it, and I would wash it every day, so after a while it just kind of would crumble into oblivion. I don't know if it was because I was being too rough on it or not, but I'm thinking that's what it was. So yeah, if you guys have any recommendations, then just go ahead and let me know. But I'm gonna just go ahead and blend this out right here. And I do own the Tarte Shape Tape, but I don't know how I feel about it, you guys. I feel like I'm one of the few people that doesn't really care for Tarte Shape Tape. Don't come at me, okay? So let me know what you guys want to know about me. I don't have a very interesting life, but I do like to do stuff. I love baking, and I love going outdoors and doing stuff outside. What else? I love makeup, obviously, because I'm doing this right now. But yeah, just let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll go ahead and try and make it happen. So just FYI, I kind of already had my makeup done earlier, but I decided to just take it off and film this. So my eyebrows are kind of like half-assed right now, and so is a lot of other stuff on my face. So I'm just blending this out. This brush right here is, again, it came in that same complexion kit that I blended out my foundation with. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue to blend this. And I'm not sure if my and this is literally like a miniature version of that same foundation brush that I used. I really like it to blend out primer or concealer. I normally just use concealer just because it blocks out the natural color of my lids. I feel like it makes my eyeshadow stand out a lot more. So we'll just do that, blend it out. Okay guys, so I went ahead and did one of my eyes off of camera, and then we're going to go ahead and do this eye. So this is how the look is turning out. So yeah, so I'm going to be primarily using the Koki palette. I really just want to use that peachy color. It's probably coming off pink, but it is like a really nice peachy color. But I am going to be dipping into my Modern Renaissance palette for two colors. The first one is going to be Burnt Orange. So I'm going to go ahead and dip into that one. We're going to use that as our transition color. And so let's go ahead and let me get a different mirror here. So we're going to go ahead and pop that into our crease. And I went ahead and... Oh, wait a second. I didn't set this one. Hold on, let me set it really quickly. So I'm just setting it with a bone-colored shadow. That way it doesn't skip around. I normally would probably just leave this unset, but I don't want the colors to be that vibrant. Like, I want it to be a little bit softer. So I'm just gonna set it here really quickly. Okay, now we're good. Let's go ahead and go in with Burnt Orange. And I'm just gonna pop this into my crease. And I'm going to work that back and forth here. Hopefully you guys can see everything and that the camera is in focus. So I'm just going to work that back and forth into the crease. And I do want this look to be fairly blown out, so I'm going to bring it up to my brow bone as well. So we'll just kind of blend that in here. And the brush that I'm using for this guy is the Morphe M511. This is one of the brushes that I use all the time for this kind of stuff. So I'm just going to continue to kind of build up this color a little bit. And then we'll go in with the star of the shoe. And I'm still deciding whether or not if I want to add a shimmer to the inner corner, if I just want to keep it white like how it is right here. But we shall see. And I think that's good enough. I'll come back and further blend that if I need to. Blend up this outer corner a little bit more. Okay, I think that's good. So let's go ahead and go into the next color, which is going to be that nice peachy color from the Koki palette. And this color right here is called Peach Puff. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Peach Puff then, and I'm gonna place it on this Koki brush, which is the 627 blender, and it looks like this. It's a nice, fluffy, very loose brush. It's pretty flimsy. I don't know if you can see how flimsy that is, but I'm gonna go ahead and load that onto my brush right here. And I'm going to go ahead and start to pop that onto the outer portion of my eye and start working my way inwards. And I'm just tapping it for now because I want to place a color on there first, and then I will go ahead and start to blend it. And when I blend it, I am barely touching my eyes, guys. I'm not putting very much pressure on here at all because I want a very nice soft look, and I'm going to continue to build up this color. And I think that's pretty good right there. And I'm also going to take another brush. I don't know if you guys can tell, but my inner corner right here, it always skips. It never fails. So I'm just going to take a clean blender brush and use this to blend that out so it's not skipping right there, because I always have an issue with that. And this brush right here that I'm using for that is an Morphe M30, and this is what it looks like. It's a nice tapered, very pointy tapered brush. So that's what I use for this guy. And I like to kind of run it through the rest of my eye too, just to make sure that everything's nice and blended. Hopefully you guys can see. I think that's pretty good right there. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to add just a tiny bit more burnt orange from the Anastasia palette, because I definitely don't want to lose that orange color from the transition. I'm going to add a little bit more of that and maybe go in one more time with the Peach Puff color from the Koki palette. I think that's pretty good right there. And let's go ahead and tap into here. There we go. So what I'm going to do for my third and final color for the top portion of the eye is I'm just going to go ahead and take my finger, get a white eyeshadow, and place it on my inner corner. Just so I can have that nice bright inner corner. And the color that I'm going to be using is Tempera from the Anastasia palette. So we'll go ahead and do that. I'm just going to go ahead and place that on my inner corner, so you can kind of see how pigmented that shadow is. They work really, really well. I'm also going to play that on my inner corner as well. And a nice matte white inner corner. And sometimes, guys, nothing beats your finger. I have found that out. You see that nice color pigmentation. And I'm just going to use the same brush that I was using for the outer corner of the peachy color and kind of sweep that over. That way you get a nice blend right there. And then I'm going to take that other Morphe brush really quickly, run it in here. I think I'm pretty happy with how that looks, guys. I think I'm going to just kind of keep it there. And let's go ahead and move on to the under portion of my eye. I have a very special brush that I like to use for this, and it's a tried and true. I got it in a Ipsy bag a while back ago, and I can't really tell the name of it, but basically the shadow brush looks like this. It's nice and flat, and it's my favorite brush to use for my under eye. So what I did for this one right here is I went into a little bit more of that peachy color, and I went ahead and ran it underneath my lower lash line. I'm gonna smoke that out. I'm just gonna blend it down. I like to give myself kind of like a cat eye with the eyeshadow, so just do that. Dust off a little bit more. Add more on there. It's all about layering, guys. But this brush makes it really easy for my eye shape for me to do. Bring it in the inner corner. Okay, I think that's good right there. And then let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more of a deeper color. And the next color I'm going to use from this palette is going to be, it's called Regal, and it's a really nice deep plum color, but it does have like a hint of brown. So I'm just going to add that to the outer corner of my eye. And again, I'm going to drag that out. Go in a little bit more. I'm going to kind of bring it into here. That way it's all cohesive. It looks a little bit patchy there. Okay, I think I'm good with that. Let's just go ahead and blend it just a tiny bit more. Again, I'm going to use that same clean brush, this Morphe brush here. And I'm just going to take that just to make sure that everything's nice and blended. And then I'm also going to use that same brush from my lower lash line. No, I lied, I'm not. I'm going to actually use this little double-ended pencil brush that again I got in my whatchamacallit palette. I'm just going to go ahead and take that and brush my brow bone with it, and I'm going to take the other side of it, which looks like this. I'm just going to run it really quickly just to blend those two together. Hopefully I'm not blocking the camera, which I probably am, but I'll just do that there. And that's pretty much the eye look, guys. I'm back. So let's go ahead and do the rest of my face. So what I'm going to use for my face, my bronzer, my favorite bronzer is going to be the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula, and if you haven't seen it, this is what it looks like. I have the color Deep Bronzer. If you guys haven't smelled this, it smells so good. This is probably my favorite part of my face routine, is putting on my bronzer. Now I'm going to use an angled brush. This is from BH Cosmetics and it's their V3 angled brush. I'm not sure if this is their blush brush or not, but it looks like this. It's part of their vegan line. So I'm going to go ahead and use this to sprinkle some bronzer all over the rest of my face. I'm going to try and hurry up here because the sun's going to start really coming in. And it'll probably end up washing me out if I'm already not washed out. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply this to perimeter of my face just to give myself some color. I'll try not to put my mirror in front of my face. But I don't have my contact lenses on right now, so I can't really see too far. So I probably should do that next time. Let's see here. I love this bronzer, you guys. It gives such a pretty sheen to the skin. Ever since I picked it up, it was love at first bronze. So I'm just gonna go ahead and build up this color. And as you can see, like, this is the deep bronzer, and it's not very deep. This works perfectly fine for me. I really do wish they would come out with an actual deep color. That would be great, because I really do feel like everyone should experience this bronzer. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add that in here. And I'm gonna tell you guys something. I could be running late as hell, but I can do my foundation, my face, in like 10 minutes flat. Like full face. Concealer, foundation, bronzer, all of that stuff. I'm not sure if I'm going to use an actual blush today. I like to bring my bronzer onto my nose. Just because I don't really want to take away from the eyes. And I think we're good right there. I'll just kind of bring the bronzer onto my cheeks. And the tip of my nose. I really, really do love this bronzer. Maybe I will. I think I am. Let's do a little bit of blush. So, the blush that I have and that I'm going to be using is this single pan blush. It says blush on it. It's by the brand Model Coat, and it's the blush in shade Peach Bellini. So this is the one I'm going to use. It has a pretty golden iridescent color to it. It is pigmented though, so tap it off before you go in. I'm just going to add that to the apples of my cheeks, just to add a little bit of a color. I feel like it also goes with this look really well. On that on there. I don't know if you guys can tell the glow that it gives to your apples of the cheek. It's a really, really beautiful blush. I'll just add that to the tip of my nose. Let's go ahead and go into highlight. So for my highlight, I am going to be using the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter in Precious Petals, and that's what that looks like. And as you can tell, it's very loved. Very, very loved. I absolutely love this highlighter. It's amazing. I use it almost every day. I'm actually surprised I have not hit pan on it, so I'm just going to go ahead and swirl my brush into it and add that onto my cheeks. The brush that I use for highlighter is a Morphe M200, and this is what this brush looks like. It's actually quite small. It's meant to be an eyeshadow brush, but I like to use it for my highlighter. And I'm just going to go ahead and blend that in here. I hope this camera is picking up this highlighter. because it is beautiful. The reason why I like using this brush is because I feel like I have more control over where I'm placing the highlighter, because I have such a small face. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend this out. And I do have texture, guys, but I really don't care. I love the highlight. I love the glow. It's so beautiful. I'm just going to add this a little bit to the tip of my nose. And on the bridge right here. Just add that on there. A little bit of the Cupid's bow. A little bit more. There. I absolutely love this glow. It's so beautiful. Alright guys, so my camera died, but here is the finished look. I hope you guys like it. If you want to see anything else, just go ahead and leave a comment down below. I'm going to go ahead and go now. Sun's really coming in. It's getting really hot in here. And I gotta go ahead and upload this and edit it. So I will see you guys next time. Mwah. Bye!